What is going on, party people? How y'all feeling tonight? All right, lackluster. I can dig it. That's why we all came down here. I feel like a lot of y'all are staring at me trying to figure out what the fuck your mechanic's doing here right now. Because he called my name and you were like, woo! And then I got up here and you were like, fuck, this is fixing to be expensive. I don't even know what a cabin air filter is, but he says I need it. JB was talking about catching your wife watching porn, man. I wouldn't be mad at that one bit. Whatever keeps that bitch off of Amazon, I'm okay with. I would rather see random packages on the screen that are never just going to randomly show up at our house, you know? I am more okay. I don't consider it cheating. I would love it if I saw my wife watching porn where the men are in incredible shape. Because I would hate to think that the top of my wife's ambitions are this. You know? Like, come on, baby, you're hot. You got way better possibilities than this. This is where you stop, really? The little girl dreaming of a princess wedding landed on this? No, I'd be all right with it. I'm all right with watching porn. It's like doing homework. You know, like if you feel like you shouldn't be watching porn, your sex life is boring. I lost my virginity at 15. I'll be 44 next year. I'm ready to try some new shit. I've started taking yoga classes. I saw one dude put his own leg behind his head, and I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this. I'm so tired of eye contact during sex. All right, you guys are a little fun. Let's see who I'm hanging out with tonight. JB was talking about gangbangs, so let's bring that back up. You know, I'm from Mississippi, so what we call them is fucking in a pile. That's what we call it. It's our favorite family reunion tradition, you know. It's gangbangs and orgies is the funniest thing. Like, round of applause. Clap your hands if you've never been in an orgy. Clap your hands. Well, that's what it sounds like, you bunch of losers. You ought to try it sometime. A whole lot of fun. My favorite part about doing that joke is when only half of a couple claps. Right? Because you know that's fitting to be an awkward car ride home. What, honey? It was college. I was experimenting. I put tape over my butthole. It was a good Christian time. And I put the tape in up and down strips because X marks the spot. Fool me once. I'm a degenerate, man. I like to party. I'm a big fan of doing drugs. I'm not a fan of doing cocaine, but I'm from the South and have manners. It's like pecan pie. You offer me a slice, I say no thank you. You offer me a second time, it's rude to turn it down. The coke's kind of the same way. Like, you want a rail? No thank you. Oh, come on, buddy. Well, fuck it. Let's black out. I'll tell you guys the same thing I told my children, all right? You do the drugs, don't let the drugs do you, all right? And that's the piece of advice. Thank you, one person with morals. The rest of y'all are just letting your kids figure this shit out on their own. They're all getting stoned with a fucking 30-year-old in a cornfield somewhere right now. No, my kids are getting high at home safely. Shut up, bitch, you don't chip in. She's here right now, so I don't... My daughter's here. So when I said they get high at home, she said, yeah, because she pinches off of my weed. Fucking stop it. So, I'm glad she's here. I love telling the story when she comes to a show. I do. I love doing drugs, man. I'm a big fan of partying. I don't measure anything. You know, like I grew up eating things out of packages. Like when you open up a pot pie, there's one pot pie in the package, you eat it all. And if somebody hands you a muffin and there's one muffin in the package, you eat it all. So when somebody hands you a bag of mushrooms, no serving size on there. Obviously what they sold me is what I'm supposed to take. So I ate a quarter of mushrooms, and that's how I started my career doing mushrooms. So now the baseline's pretty fucked up. My microdosing is a little different than most people's. But I'm a big fan. Like I had a period where marijuana quit working for me, okay? First time I ever got stoned, I was 11 years old. My dad took me for a ride, and he was like, look, son, you're about to go into middle school, and kids are going to be offering you drugs. And I just want you to know you can find better drugs at home than you'll ever buy off of them. So we got stoned together. That started my career. And for years I could get stoned, and that would just take care of life's problems, man. Shit's stressful, let's get high and think about it. We're not going to do anything about it, but we're fucking going to think about it. And for years that was my relief. And in the middle of COVID, I made the mistake of opening up a welding shop. All of a sudden everything got stressful. Started having panic attacks. Well, obviously shit's tough right now. I'm having panic attacks. And I kept having it. And I was like, maybe I'm having too much caffeine. You know, I'm drinking 4 bangs a day. That's only 1,200 milligrams. It's not a lot. I saw a dude, he drank 900 milligrams of caffeine from Dunkin' Donuts and died. And I was like, fucking pussy. That's noon for me. So I quit drinking the energy drinks, took them away. Kept having panic attacks. One day I was having a stressful day, loaded my bowl, took a rip of the bowl, and all of a sudden the bottom of my feet started sweating. And I was like, oh no, et tu marijuana? Have you turned your back on me? So I went years without smoking. It sucked. I had the raw dog reality. That fucking blows. Right? It sucks. The world sucks. We should be allowed to do drugs without anybody fucking with us. I went years without doing it. And then we decided to take a family vacation to San Diego. All right? I'm drug-free the whole weekend like a good boy. Sunday rolls around, last day of the vacation. We're walking along the beach. Everything's beautiful. We're taking pictures. There's seagulls out. And I'm like, man, I'm going to walk ahead. I'm going to check out some more shit. They're playing in the water. And I find a little bazaar, you know. What the fuck are they called? Like a little farmer's market type thing. And it's like a hippie farmer's market. There's like tie-dyed shirts, but the tie-dye are like cat buttholes and things like that. My kind of jam, you know what I'm saying? Really shitty made jewelry. Hell yeah, lady. Thanks for staying awake long enough to twist those necklaces together. And as I'm walking around, I come across this one table, and on the sign it says veteran owned. And right up under there it said edibles. And I was like, well, fuck. I support the troops. I buy an edible. It's a beautiful day on the beach. So I ask him what he has. He shows me these 2 cookies. They're in a pack. They're called Snoreos. Should have been a fucking red flag. I said, how many milligrams are those 2 cookies? He said, they're 250 milligrams each, 500 milligrams together. And I'm like, oh, rookie numbers. I can handle that. But I'm going to be responsible and only eat 1 cookie. Right? Because that's what... First off, nobody in the history of ever has only eaten 1 fucking cookie. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever got home with a pack of Oreos and been like, I'm just going to have 1? No, only a fucking serial killer can get away with it. Nobody else has that kind of control. I bought the 2 cookies, I ate 1, everything's feeling great, the edible kicks in, the sun feels amazing, the waves are crashing, this is beautiful, seagulls, having the time of my fucking life. But then the noids kick in. Any experienced stoners know about the noids? Have you guys ever had any fun whatsoever? None of y'all? There goes my career as a weed dealer in Cumming. So there comes a point when you get too high that the noids kick in and all of a sudden everything sounds bad. And if you're experienced at this, you know you just ride it out, shit gets fun again. But the noids kick in. I've got my 4 kids with me. The youngest one is 6 at the time. And I go, man, I got a 6-year-old with me. I can't just have this other Oreo in my pocket. I did the responsible thing. I ate it. Could have thrown it away. There was a garbage can 10 feet away, but I was like, nope, not going to disrespect that veteran that way. I ate the other cookie. Didn't tell a soul. I've done this before. I've taken my kids trick-or-treating on a quarter of mushrooms. Didn't tell a soul. Best time of my fucking life. All right, so I'm not telling anybody. We're having a gay old time. My oldest daughter decides she wants to get her belly button pierced. We end up in this little, like, old school area of San Diego. All right, we're going across the street, and I'm going through it. but I can't tell nobody because I'm going to get in trouble. So I just got to ride this out. The walk symbol turns on, we go to cross the street, and you know the fucking white lines? I'm looking at those white lines and I'm like, why is there so much fucking paint on those white lines? Like, that's a tripping hazard. Someone could get hurt. What the fuck, California? And we get over to the tattoo joint. My daughter's getting ready to get her belly button pierced, and it's a checkered floor. And all of a sudden, the checkered floor looks like an MC Escher painting. It's just sinking in. And I'm like, I'm going to wait on the sidewalk where it's safe. Still, nobody knows I'm high, all right? I'm riding it out. Daughter gets her belly button pierced. Everybody decides they're hungry. We're going to cross the street, go get a hamburger. And I'm like, yes, we're going to eat our way to sober. I've done this. We're home free. And we go to cross back over the street, and now the lines are thicker. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, California, that's why your budget's all fucked up. You're putting all your paint right here on the... Probably lawsuits and shit you got to settle from twisted ankles. Come on, Gavin, get it together, you know? So we get into the hamburger joint, and one of these things that I do when I'm way too fucked up, one, remind myself I did this willingly. Two, I find something that's sturdy and level, and I fucking hold on for dear life. When we sit down at the table, I got both hands on the table, I'm centering myself, I'm finding myself. Whole family's laughing, having the time of their life. I am knocking on death's door. I ain't told a soul yet. I think I'm good. And about that time, my oldest son taps me on the shoulder, and he goes, check out the group chat. So I look at the group chat, and everybody in my family are taking selfies like this. And I'm like, you racist motherfuckers, look at you. Because I need a way out. And my son goes, how fucking high are you? And I'm like, God damn it, I'm busted. And about that time, my wife looks at me. She goes, what did you do? And I was like, about 500 milligrams of edibles. She goes, you fucking idiot. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So I sit there and I'm like, it's cool, I'll just eat my burger. I take a bite of my burger, it's too salty. Take a drink of my drink, it's too fizzy. Oh boy, we're not getting out of this one. And about that time, the kitchen fan turns on. Oh no. Then somebody starts revving a motorcycle out in the parking lot, and that's in my right ear. And all of a sudden, I look like fucking Lost in Space with the robot just spinning off. I am fucked, all right? Looking at you guys right now, everything went from being actual people to stacks of Lego blocks. Thin lines of color. I eat a quarter of mushrooms at a time and have never had this. So my wife's like, I'm convinced that there's something else in those edibles. And I'm like, yeah, it's somebody else's fault. Go talk to that guy. So she tells the kids to deal with me while she goes to talk to the guy. The kids sit me down in front of a restaurant. It's during COVID. There's got to be 6 feet of space. My wife goes and talks to the guy, comes back and gets the kids. They go to grab the van, but I'm too intoxicated to ride a Lime scooter back to the van. So you know what they did? They put the 6-year-old in charge of me. They said, watch your dad till we get back. My 6-year-old's quite the little shit, all right? But he's doing well. He's in charge of watching Dad. Dad partied too hard. And he's sitting there with me, and they take off on the Lime scooters like the worst biker gang ever. And about the time they disappear out of sight, my 6-year-old tugs me on the shoulder sleeve and goes, Dad, I got his poop. And I had this moment where I was like, you know what? If he shits himself, everybody's going to forget how high I am. But then I was also like, if he shits himself because I'm too high, they're going to break my #1 dad coffee mug, for sure. So anyway, they showed up with the van, they rolled me over in the van. My wife's convinced that I have been drugged with something else. Because my wife doesn't do drugs, my wife is my constant. When I take acid, my wife doesn't do anything. I'm still the one driving because she's fucking lazy, but still. Passenger princess, I am not. So she's worried. She made me take a drug test. When we got home, it came back as only marijuana. I had to call out of work for 2 days because I was still fucking high. And yeah, so that's about how the time I had to sleep on the couch for 2 months. And all right, guys, I've been Bobby Wayne Stiles. Thanks for listening.